So last year was their year of yes. They said yes to better opportunities. They said yes to more impact. They said yes to paying the price in terms of their time and focus and investment. In a word, they said yes to a quantum jump in their career and life. Today, I bring them to spill the beans about it and allow you to pick their brains on how they consistently strive for achieving excellence in innovation. Hang out with me. You are going to see inspiration on innovation and mindset. Let's go. And hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leadership Hacks. I'm your host, Dr. Nabila Diab, CEO of Transformative Consulting, Executive and Career Leadership Coach, and I am super excited for today's session dedicated to innovation and leadership. Who can I bring you to talk about this? Only the best. Today, I have two absolutely incredible ladies to walk us to talk about how to boost your innovation in career with these five mindset hacks. So let's get started right in. I'm not even going to introduce them. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, and then we will get right in. So the question is how to foster a mindset of growth and creativity to transform both organizations and individuals. I am super excited to bring on the call on stage Miss Safat Alrowaithy and Miss Afaq Almusallam. Ladies, so good to see you on stage. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Nabila. How are you?
Hey,
Hello,
hey,
Dr.
hey,
Nabila.
hey.
How are you?
Doing absolutely awesome. You can see me. I'm already very excited for the session. Take it from here, Afat. Do you want to kickstart this session?
Sure. Thank you very much. So, first of all, Dr. Nabila, thank you very much for your time, your guidance. We appreciate our journey with you, our session, and we are here today to give and show what we learned and how we reflected on our daily job and our daily life. So, me, Arfat Afaq, my friend here is with me. I'll give you a background. Both of us, we started innovation around 8 years ago. We established a culture of innovation within a large organization. So we right now we work in different sectors. She's in the health sector. Right now, I'm working in the financial industry or in the financial sector. And both of us are leading, inspiring, empowering, enabling employee to create a culture of innovation that drive impact for the organization. So I'm gonna leave the floor with you, or if Afaq would like to join and share with us her thoughts or anything.
Just on the side of things, while Afat is coming back on the call, both ladies are in Riyadh. So you are back, Afat. So, so okay. So do you want to take it back, Afat? Let's start with a foundational question, ladies. First of all, that decision last year that you are going to improve, you are going to go for more growth in your mindset. What fostered it? What was the, yeah, this is my time. Yeah, now is the time for me to make that jump. What was it inspired by? What was it pushed? How did it come through? Afat, you want to get started with this one?
Sure. Do you see me? because
Yeah,
I'm not
we
sure.
see you, we
Okay,
hear
great.
you.
Okay, so because I can just say that I can see that I'm in the backstage right now, so no worries. Okay, so first of all, what happened is I was, of course, I have a growth mindset. I work in innovation. It's my bread and butter. So, I love to explore. I love to have develop my personal and my career. Path, and I want to learn something new, and I was just trying to find the a right mentor for a right mindset development. So I was going around, and alhamdulillah, luckily I did yani, had a recommendation to come and start with you. At that point of life, I needed someone to really guide me, but I think yani, I believe after all these sessions, the guidance is within me and within inside me. So that's I think that's you were able to let us notice. So thank you.
Afaq, on your end, what was the tipping point? Don't tell me it's Afat. What was the tipping point for you? The tipping point for you to say, okay, my way probably is working a little bit, but I need more. What was that? What was that? I mean, this is to help, of course, other ladies out there watching us, the people who they want to say, when at one point do I seek help? We are not very much a culture of seeking help. We are supposed to know it by ourselves, right? But somebody seeking help for a particular point, this is like a luxury, like something you can do. But how did it happen for you, Athaq?
Actually, I continuously like to grow, and I'm eager to grow and develop and improve myself. And what made me decide to, I faced some challenges in my career, so I need to. I have a lot of awareness, and I need someone to guide me to that right path.
I love it. I love it. So let's get back into our juicy questions, which are about how do you foster a culture of innovation and lead both an organization and its employees to embrace these new ideas and this growth mindset that you yourself embody. Afat,
Okay, so
would you
yeah,
like to explain the
sure.
corporate employee
So
thing?
we're gonna start with this. I'm gonna be responding on the culture side and on the organizational side, and Afaq will be responding on the employee culture side. So if we're gonna talk about fostering a culture of innovation, so first of all, within an organizational level, you need to establish a clear vision. Uh, we need to have an innovation strategic direction aligned with the organization overall goals, a strong vision from a leadership. So that lays, I just want to ask, do you see me? Because I think
Yes.
it's frozen. Okay,
No.
that's good. I was okay. So first of all, let me repeat this. First of all, you need to establish a clear vision. Okay, a clear vision that is a strategic direction that is aligned within the organization overall goals. Then you need to have the management buy-in. Okay, so you need to secure leadership support, and it's supposed to be top-down culture to encourage risk-taking and creativity. The third one is you need to act, measure, and impact. So then you create a sustainable innovation culture in the organization. So you can execute projects and just make sure that it will come to reality. So usually when you to create a culture of innovation within an organization, you have from 2 to 5 years to reach the maturity. It depends on how large and how resilient is the organization.
I love it, love it, love it. Now, this is for the organization. So it's literally have a goal, have a vision, then you're going to need to, kind of decide that this is what you want, which is the top-down direction, and then you execute, meaning you take action. This is literally the topography of following a C-type goal. You have a big goal, a vision, a big vision, and you need the visionary leader who is going to give his like instructions or directives, and then the execution. That's basic. Does this happen the same way at employee level, ya Afaq?
Yes, for the employee level, you have to build confidence and openness to new ideas, because everyone and every individual has the power to create. Also, we can make them feel important to the organization's innovation journey, and create safe spaces for sharing ideas and discussions, where they don't fear to express their thoughts. Also, the most important thing is to help employees see the challenge as chances to grow.
What happens, ya Afaq, if the boss is not in tune with all of this? If, for example, subhanallah, they don't believe in empathy. They don't believe that if they give a lot of freedom to the employees, they will go astray. They will go in different directions. They will make a mess of it, and so on. In particular, in the innovation, knowing that humans, they think differently, and it could be that they go astray in different directions. How do you deal with the situation, ya Afaq?
So of course, some of the bosses does not support innovation, but when they see the impact and the results of innovation in the world around us, maybe they will be convinced to support innovation.
Right. Especially the current generations who are in leadership today. They would probably be millennials, late baby boomers, and they may not be in this innovation and giving full, if you like, liberty, but of course, it can go in different direction. Now, to come back, how do we know that an organization or a place has that innovation spirit in it? What are the main, if I ask each one of you about, let's say, the three main characteristics of that define an innovative organization or employees place or a place, how would you describe it at the level of the organization and at the level of the employee? Afat.
So if you want to
Characteristics.
identify, yeah, sure. If you want to identify an organization, if they are innovative or not, first of all, they need to have an agility in their work. So they need to be agile. They need to know how to work fast, fail fast, work fast, fail fast until they get the right thing. They need to have a futuristic sense. So they need to know what's going on here, now, in the future, and also a 360 lens. So they need to know what other businesses are doing, what other industry are doing. As in the financial industry right now, telecom is tapping to financial industry. So you need to have that 360 lens to know what's going on. You need to have the mindset of connecting the dots, seeing the new player from where it will come. Uber right now, or Kareem, they have a closed loop wallet, so they have a wallet that they can have money in. So you don't know from where players will come right now and play in your industry. So you need to have agility, you need to have a 360 vision, and also you need to have a growth mindset. You need to know that we need to grow, what's our competitive advantage, where we need to go. You need to have just a straight focus on what you need to do and who you are to go and reach for to the future that you want.
I love it. Agility, like agile, I like the way you said it, fail fast, and then improve fast. So it's a very quick process. And then the 360 vision. And then I love this. We have some cheerleading here. Muhammad Ibrahim says, welcome, ladies. Umama says, good to see you all in here. Hello, ladies. Good to see you. All the best. We have a question. I think it was directed to Afat. Top down or bottom up to encourage innovation, or both, maybe?
For encouraging innovation, it's top down. To
Right.
execute innovation is bottom up, and it can be both ways. But if you have the buy-in of the leadership, then everything will happen. Without them, nothing will
Yeah.
happen.
We say leadership trickles from above. Right. So if the go ahead, we go all in on innovation, then you have a thriving place, right?
For sure.
I love it. Take us to the employee side. How do we know we have an innovative organization, ya Afaq, from an employee's perspective?
Yeah. The employees, they usually are creators, and they are curious to find solutions, and they are resilient also, and they can take responsibility of initiatives, and they have clear purpose and vision for their impact.
If we talk about how innovative, it's always like I'm always curious about if the way companies face failure and the way they envision failure, their attitude towards failing, does it have a differential impact on innovation itself? But I want to pick your brains on it. Like, do you see your respective organizations where it's obvious that you practice innovation and you have that innovative, if you like, imprint to it? Um, how? And I know Afa touched on this. What's the perspective towards failure? What's the perspective towards failure? Like the place where you fail, you're written up, you're called to the office, you're asked who, what, how, why, la la la, or a place where you fail. Oh, that's good. Then we know that then let's, kind of improve and move on. Like in everyday life, how does it play out? Do you see clear differences compared? And of course, I'm sure you've been in different places, and you can see there's a perspective on, there's a theory about failing. Is failing good in the
So
organization and the employee's perspective?
in organization, failing is not acceptable. Okay, yani this is rule number one. However, if you want to innovate and you want to create that innovation mindset, you need to embrace failure. Failure is all about experimentation. You will not go full-fledged and then fail. You need to experiment and see if you have the appetite to go, or you're gonna fail. So if you fail very fast, as you're using agile, you're gonna call a failure, make it a lesson learned, celebrate the failure, and move on with another experimentation. So this is how an organization, or I can say a mature, innovative organization, think about failure. Small failure is better than a big failure. So you fail small, you win, you learn, you win, you move on, and that's it.
I love it. I love it. Meaning you fail in here, you fail in here in the building steps, but you don't fail in the big thing, on the podium, on on stage. I want to see you there, like our organization on stage. But failing here in this with a small,
It's okay.
yeah, I love it. Yeah. Ethaq, what say you?
So I'm going to add to what Efat said, because fear of failure can limit creativity. So we have to build a confidence and accepting failure, because this is very important to accept failure and be resilient.
Yeah, and I mean, if we don't fail, how do we know we are on the right track? I never want to use this word failure. I always
Yes,
replace it by milestones towards learning. These are steps towards learning. You know, these are lessons. These are lessons. When you fail, when you see what doesn't work, then you know what works. You see what
sure.
doesn't work, then you know what's work. If you bump into what, but if you are not doing anything and you are crippled by fear of failing, you know, pretty much you are not going to
You will
try
not grow.
anything,
You
right?
will not grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Umama is asking a good question. First, Ghada Hintati is saying, hi, Doctor, nice session. Okay, thank you very much, ya Ghada. I'm delighted you are here. And Umama is asking a question. How can we measure the impact of our innovation initiatives? I love this question. How can
دكتورة
we
نبيل.
measure the metrics, ladies? The
Okay.
metrics at the level of organization and at the level of the employee. How do you measure if you are doing good or if
Umama, please call for consultation. This is a
nice one?
consultation. This is a consultation
Oh, yeah.
lesson. It's not too okay. So I'm joking, but literally call me. If we're gonna talk about metrics and measuring innovation, this is I've been in this field for around 9 years right now. There, so it's how you what kind of impact you are driving within the organization. If we're going to talk about return on investment, this means it's going into a venture side. Okay, if you're talking about culture and innovation, here we're talking about empowering and we're talking about employees. So employees, if literally, and this is a true story, if you know how learning and development are collecting the impact of their learning to the employees, then we can collect the impact of how we are empowering our employees, because it's all about employee engagement, employee idea submitted, idea going for in a funnel, the pipeline to the end. If it goes to the end, there is a lot of challenges that is facing innovation in general. And to really know what's the impact, I believe if we're talking about innovation and culture, it's the impact within employees more than anything else. So the measure will be to measure the success and the engagement of the employees. That's from my side.
I love it. Would you agree, Efaq? You that
Yeah.
is specializing in employees engagement and innovation measures.
Yes, yes, and also the impact and how you're gonna measure the impact, and it depends on the values that the organization wants to achieve. If it's profit or non-profit organization. So some organizations are focusing on the profits, and they want to gain more like money. But some of the organizations and non-profit organizations, like for example the governmental sector, most of the governmental sector is not non-profit organizations. So it depends on the values that the organization want to achieve.
I love it. I love it. So you compare it. So your metrics, your KPIs are, if you like, compared to the vision, compared to the end product that you want to achieve. We have a comment here from Mr. Abdulaziz Al Mugran. I'm going to put it on the screen here. Let's see if we can put it on the screen. So, right. Anyway, I'm going to read it. He says, I believe the resistance from employees or leaders on innovation or changing management so far the same. It's about the clear goals and how to approach the process. It's having a clear vision and clear goals, and of course how to process it. So this is, thank you so much, Mr. Abdulaziz Al Mogran. Appreciate your intervention in here. Amazing. So, where was I? So, clear KPIs, clear metrics for how to do this. I mean, as Afat say, I would say that just to add my 2 cents here, just from the um, how many new ideas, how many new initiatives, how many new projects, how many proposals, even if they suck, how many proposals, how many you have, coming in your organization. When your employees or the organization is quiet, is on like tiptoeing itself to plodding in, doing the work, just doing the work, go home doing the work, then something is wrong. Your organization, if it's not bubbling with innovation, with ideas, with initiatives, if you're, and this is at least my experience, as in educational leadership at university for more 15 years. So when the ideas stop coming, when I have my employees or my teachers and my people who stop telling me this is not going well, we need to improve this one, if they are not fighting me, I get scared. Because if they get quiet, if the staff room gets quiet, if things get quiet, I get scared because it's not the nature of human beings that when people give in and just give in to the routine, that's not a very good indicator. Would you agree with me, ladies, on this one?
Yes, sure. But
Yes.
Yeah,
still, you need to create that culture to make them eager to come and speak up, at least, right?
yeah, absolutely, of
You need to
course.
give them the tools that they need to apply or originate idea. You need to give them the mindset. You need to give them a certain framework, how to ideate, how to brainstorm, how to use any kind of methodology that has been using within the innovation session, so they can innovate, and also some research tools, because some of the employees or whatever, they can come and bring any idea they saw yesterday, and they didn't they thought about yesterday, and they don't know it's implemented somewhere, right?
Mm.
So they just need the right tools so they
Yeah, and
can
and
really create impact.
yeah, and the purpose of, or the job of the leader is to have that bigger picture, that visionary, if you like, idea to say, oh, but this was implemented. This he has that bigger picture, but keep the people, keep the department or the organization all coming in, and in discussion and alive. I think this is very, very healthy. No, innovation doesn't come without its challenges. There's a price to pay every time. When you do innovation, there is a price to pay. What obstacles arise when fostering innovation within the organization and amongst employees, ladies?
So challenges and opportunities are two sides of the same coin. So each will offer a unique perspective. If you see a challenge, then you have a potential to have a new idea, a new opportunity, and both concepts are are great. So we have a challenge or we have an opportunity. Both ways, we're gonna grow and we're gonna transform. So this is how an organization needs to see challenges. So when we have a challenge, we try to uh, find, not, I would not say a solution, but we need to find the right problem. So we need to ask why a lot. Why do we have this challenge? So we can dig in the roots, and then we go and identify a couple of opportunities that we see, go test them, and then we see where we want to go with it.
Right. Would you, Afaq, tell us first of all about the employee side. What
Yeah.
challenges
Uh,
face your department or your team in general?
Actually, the most big challenge is finding support to share ideas. So if the culture is not supporting them to share their ideas, the employees may doubt themselves. They get scared to share their ideas. They fear of failure, which can limit, which may limit creativity. So to uh, to avoid this, we have to build confidence for to the employees.
Love it. Love it. You build confidence in the employees and you help them in those moments where they have self doubt. Can
Yeah.
you give
Also,
us? Go ahead.
yeah. Sorry. Also, embrace accepting the failure.
Right.
So, because
Right.
failure, you can learn from the failures.
Sometimes, and I'm playing the devil's advocate role here. Some of the people who might be listening to us, they might be saying, "Oh, they are in their la la land, these two ladies, and the their interviewer." And they are talking about a place where embracing failure and it's okay and empathy and la, la, la. It's just they need to come in our company and see how with the least mistake you get scathy emails or you get scathy remarks or and so on and so forth. How do you respond to this? How do
Uh,
you? Yeah.
Dr. Nabila, you are talking about, so there's two different cultures we're talking about. A culture of an
Yeah.
organization and a culture of organization that they are embracing innovation. We're talking today about a culture of an organization that they are adopting and fostering a culture of innovation. So innovation is a culture inside of the organization. So what we do, and our main focus is to change the mindset continuously. So we do play in a lot of aspects within the organization. So we have a lot of awareness session. We have a lot of nudging. We communicate a lot. As I mentioned, we need to give them the right tools and methodology. We give them courses. We give them boot camps. So when they ideate in a right way. And then when they fail based on an experimentation that they flagged because they thought it was an opportunity. So, innovation is a constructive process and framework and culture that is embedded within the organization. It's
Hmm.
not something that we create suddenly, it's something that we need to establish from scratch, from zero, and it's not easy. Um, I will not say it's hard, it's not hard, but it's not easy to establish from ground zero to make it an innovative organization that embrace that culture of failure, of opportunities, of challenges, and be aware to the future.
I love it. Listen, I like what you are saying, Afa. There is a huge distinction between the two, and which brings me to a question: that is it is it still like a luxury? It's looked at like the innovation or the innovation department or the innovation. Is it still a luxury that only certain institutions are doing? Or I have my little theory about this, but I'm going to quiz you first. Or is it like a movement that we don't have a choice? Everybody needs to be on, which is innovating and changing and moving and bringing new ideas, new services, new, if you like, products, new of everything. What are your thoughts about this, ladies?
Okay, so
Is it still a luxury is something that we can, or like Bob says, you can have big organization with small innovation departments, if at all. So is it a plus, an additional plus for a company, or especially where we are going in this day and age, where we're going? Do we have a choice not to have innovation in our organization or with our employees?
So innovation is a necessity, first of all, okay? In a personal level and in an organizational level. And why we're saying that? Because we are evolving every day with new technology. There are a lot in the technology world that people are adopting as individual. So if people are adopting and people are going with technology, they're way ahead of the organizations. So people technology are ahead, organization are still adopting to the technology. Then they need to adopt to the need of individuals, because they are the end users, as they are using their cell phones 24/7. Okay, so no, it's not a luxury, it is a necessity. However, you need to have the right tools and the right mindset. Where do you want to go? I want to innovate, but you need to know where and why and how you want to innovate. It's not about I just want to innovate. No, you need to have a very clear thoughts behind why do you want to innovate, what's your aspiration, where do you want to go, where do you want to lead, and then you need to innovate.
I love it. What say you, Afaq?
Yes, I'm gonna add to what Afat said is paying attention to the customers' feedback and needs to gain insights.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. The user experience, the buck stays with the
Mm,
consumer. So keeping an eye on the consumer, on the end user of the product or the service or anything, will keep always the feedback
yeah.
coming in as to which direction to take. I love, 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 love it. We have comments. Let's put Wafa's. I'm not sure we can see. Can we see? Can we put Wafa's comments here for some reason? It's not putting it on screen. I'm going to read it. Wafa Al Abidi says, I believe to understand innovation, one must work in a startup company. A new and young company is forced to have that culture, to learn and to improve, or else you will drown and fall back. And fall back. Yeah, I think, yeah, and fall back. Companies that have been running for 15 plus years have gone through all of that, and the employees kind of fall back into following the rules and procedures that have been set. I mean, pretty much the idea is a startup would probably be the container for innovation. Umama is back. What resources or training do it looks like this is a paid consultation for not 911, right?
Yeah.
What resources or training do our employees need to become more innovative? Afat, you answered part of it. She's giving you.
The part of it. So
Is this a
I
question?
want
Okay, go ahead.
let me answer what Wafa was her name before, right?
Wafa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so yes, a startup, they have an innovative mindset because they work agility and they need to speed within the market, and they have very small teams. They have a very direct product. They have one product. They don't have a lot of products. I
Hmm.
agree. However, you still can have a mentality startup and you can work in a corporate, and you can be that
Hmm.
rebel in the corporate that you don't even agree with anyone, you just work not alone but in a startup team, right? So usually the startup and innovation is a mentality. You can work in a corporate, you can work in a startup, and you can have a corporate mindset. But yes, you will learn more in a startup, but still in a corporate. If you have the right culture, you're gonna also accelerate your innovative skills also. So that's Wafa. Omama, your question is, yes, there's a lot of skills that they can learn, a lot of courses that they can take. uh, Most of them, it's the how okay so one of the most tools that everyone is learning right now is design thinking. Design thinking is a structured way of how you can take a challenge and move it into a real prototype or opportunity, and all the layers with it. So inshallah, I'll give you a private session.
Wafa is back. Wafa says, thank you, Afat. She liked your answer. And she says, some of the worst thing that happened that kills innovation is basically repeating things that were done before and making the same mistakes. And then Wafa and Umama are rallying Afa to give you as many questions as they can. So be ready,
Yeah.
brace up, babies. She's saying thank you. Afaq, did you want to say something regarding this?
No, actually, as Afat said, is design thinking is the most tool that is used, especially when it's products related to technology or engineering. They use design thinking. Yeah.
Right. It's a huge thing. I think even Umama did some design thinking, and that's probably where she has some background on design thinking. Umama says, "Thank you so much, Afat. She loves it. She likes it. Love it. Awesome. Keep the questions coming. Listen, innovation means to a large extent spotting opportunities. You talked about how the challenges and the opportunities are the two facets of the same coin. You can't have challenges. This is like the everlasting law of the universe, which is within everything. The answer lies within the question, and the solution lies within the problem. And everything has part of it, which is the opposite part of it. I guess you understand what I'm talking about. So let's talk about spotting opportunities. How can opportunities for innovation be identified and pursued? Like, let's suppose you are an organization or you are an employee. How do you sift and sort in the mega magnitude of information that's wide open for all of us today at a click of a mouse? How do you spot? How do organizations spot the opportunities that are worth pursuing, identifying, pursuing, and executing? And we'll come back, of course, to the employees as well. How does an organization decide if an employee's idea is really so good that they decide to pursue on it? Do you maybe Afat first or?
Okay.
Sure. Go Afaq.
Okay. First, they have to observe and question how things can be done better or improved. Also, connect the daily tasks with the larger purpose that shows change areas. Also, like I mentioned before, pay attention to customer feedback, which you can gain insights from their impact. Also, the team experiences as well. Using intuition and creativity to discover new opportunities also as well. So it requires courage actually to do change.
Wow. Okay. A bite of bravery you need,
Yes.
as Lady Gaga says, Afat, to you.
Okay, so if we want to identify opportunities, we need to learn how to connect the dots. Connecting the dots. Opportunities lie sometimes in missing stuff. Okay, so like for example, if I want to say like connecting the dots.
Mm.
Telecom, they have a very huge customer base, and when they tapped into wallet, they connected the dots. So now they are competing with banks. because they have that huge customer base that they're using. But they did not go immediately to banks and compete with the banks. They went to either exchanging money, right? Sending money abroad, or between friends. So this is what they do. So they connect the dots. So if you can try to see the bigger picture, try to tap into new opportunities, something that nobody is seeing, now you are creating opportunities as you're gonna innovate or disrupt in a business model level, right? Also to
Mm.
co-create, you co-create with other startups. So you are not agile, you are a big organization, then you go to a startup, as Wafa mentioned. You go to a startup, you go and you see an idea that they are doing, you go with your expertise and you co-create with them to come up with a new enhanced idea that have a better feature or a better or something from your expertise and make it better for the world. So now you go and co-create. So you have the agility from the startup and then you have the expertise from the organization. Also, opportunities also comes from curiosity. Just want to bring new stuff, and you always need to ask what if and why not, what if and why not, so you can drive possibilities and discover new ways or new opportunities or new products. And this is how we spot for opportunities.
Right. How do you spot a good idea, Afaq, amongst your employees?
Um, it depends on the challenge itself. So we have to like have challenge question. So first of all, we have to define our challenge. Then after that, we gain the many ideas or many solutions that by using brainstorming, ideation sessions, and then the team can decide. It's like a majority decision to decide what's the best solution that brings value to the business or the organization itself.
I love it. If I may add my 2 cents here, I always kind of because we were on the spot, we have a department, we have real issues, real people, real
Mm.
crises, and everything. We always look for what for, like what need is this going to fill, what blind spot is this going to cover, is there something missing in what in our process that we are doing that this is going to fill. It's all about and we've been all talking about the same thing, which is it's about providing a service, it's about improving something, it's about creating a better solution, it's about the well-being of the consumer, it's about creating something that solves a problem. It's all about solving a problem. It's about creating more happiness, creating more ease,
Yes.
creating more joy, creating easiness and facility of use. It's all about this good stuff, because we're not doing this to complicate things and make people's life complicated. We're doing it to solve problems at the end of the day. Would you agree with this?
Solve challenges at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yes.
and this brings me to the last question, which is when the yay moment happens, when your innovation team, has like Afat, she was all over LinkedIn with her pictures on stage, celebrating the second year in a row, winning which big innovation prize was it? Tell us about it, girl.
So
Yeah.
this is a second year in a row, as a first bank, second year in a row to win an innovation culture. They call it Innovation Efficiency Award. So we applied last year and we won, and this year, alhamdulillah, we got it too. So it's all about creating a culture of innovation within the organization.
And
Alhamdulillah.
this lady is the head of the innovation, or one of the important leaders in the innovation, in that innovation department, spearleading the whole effort in there. And you see, ladies, success leaves a clues. It's not by accident that something, oh, all of a sudden we like you and we are going to give you the second prize or the first prize the second year in a row. It doesn't happen by really accident. The processes that Afat has been describing earlier on all led, and after momentum, of course, Afat was talking earlier on about 5 years for something to mature into an established, if you like, system for creating more innovation, more innovative ideas. What do you do when the innovation has given fruit, has yielded impact? And what do you do? Do you celebrate? Do you celebrate
Yeah, of
wins like
course.
we do in our
Of
sessions? Yeah.
course. It's the most important thing to celebrate wins.
Tell me about that. How
Like,
do you do it at the employee level and at the organization level?
yeah. Can I go first, Afat?
Yeah.
Okay. First, you have to start by showing gratitude for growth and success, like Afat did just right now. You have to be proud of all of your achievements, even if it's big or small. So also you have to share wins with your teammates to build confidence, because each success encourage more improvement. Also, celebrating wins let the employees feel important to the organization. That's it from my side. I thought it's your turn.
So I believe that celebrating success and wins come in two levels. It come in the organization level and it come in employees level. So if we're going to talk about what organizations should do to employees, they need to recognize them as innovators. They need to celebrate them, do a wall of fame. They need to communicate. They need to give them some awards, whatever it is, money, tickets. They need to be known and shown to the organization as they are an innovator, or they um, established something new, or whatever they did. And then also they need to, in parallel, they need to celebrate failure, because failure is growth. Failure is lesson learned. Failure will give us the jump to the future, because we know what we did wrong right now and that we will not do it in the future. In an organizational level, innovation will make you will drive the impact that will give you growth and return on investment, that will give you more brand equity, more customer acquisition. This is all how you're going to celebrate innovation through an organization. So the matrix differ from an employee to an organization.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Afat and Rafaq, for sharing such insightful perspectives on fostering innovation. To summarize, for the people who haven't been with us from the beginning, very quickly, these are the 5 mindset hacks we discussed today with Mademoiselle Afat Arwaithy and Mademoiselle Afaq Al-Musallam. And I loved our discussion today. They were basically talking about how to foster a culture of innovation. Start by inspiring both the organization and the individual. Number two, recognize innovation characteristics. Understand what sets innovative leaders and employees apart. Number three, overcome challenges, like identify the barriers and ways to break them through. Number four, spotting the opportunities for growth, like know how to find and seize opportunities at every level, employee and organization. And last but not least, celebrate wins. Very important that you don't miss on the opportunities where it is celebration time, even for yourself as an individual or as an organization. Reinforce progress, celebrating the wins. That's why anybody working with me, they won't pass the test unless they give me some celebration of their wins of the week. It's a way of shifting our vibration and shifting our direction to the good things that are happening in our life. And there's so many of them. So celebrating the wins reinforces the progress, and by acknowledging each step of the journey. Success is what? The progressive realization of a worthy idea. You are successful the moment you said, yeah, I want to change my mindset and improve my mindset. You already are successful. Success is not when you reach the that place, or you hit that number, or you have any physical rewards for it. Success is when you get started. Talking about get started, tonight and today and in a few hours, wherever you are in the world, in Saudi, or you have the greatest opportunity to restart everything. Today is 11/11. 11/11. This is one of the biggest portals, energy portals, that are open, and it's today and it's tonight. If you are in Saudi, in a couple of hours, at 11/11, start sending your wishes. Start making, if you like, writing and affirming and journaling on your goals for 2025. Doesn't start on 31st of December. It starts tonight on this amazing energetic portal that is open today. Well, ladies, thank you. So don't forget and don't miss the opportunity of putting pen to paper and starting to put your innovative ideas, whether for yourself or for your organization, on paper. Nothing beats, and everybody got idea. Everybody got ideas. Ideas are everywhere. The first step of making or taking the decision that I'm going to make this happen is by putting your ideas to paper. So get going, and today is a chance to get started. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Umama says, thank you for the engaging session. White Heart, I left with some actionable ideas that I'm excited to explore further. Thank you, Dr. Nabila, for hosting these innovative, amazing ladies. I love it. I was so happy to have them both on. It was like that wasn't very, very easy. It needed some convincing and some, yeah, for you, but for you, it's always easy. Thank you so much. So, see, there is a first time, and now you are
Yeah.
bitten. Once bitten, it's for life. I can bring you every other week, right?
Yeah.
Bring you on stage every other week. Thank you, everyone. Final words, ladies, before we wrap up. What say you? Just a few words of yeah. Okay. Before I forget, one last announcement. I'm organizing. If you want to know more about everything the ladies talked about, and so much more about how to change your mindset, whether as an individual or for the organization, for your career, or for any other goal, I'm organizing 3 days. It's magnetic confidence for accelerated career results. It's a 3-day event. I announced it for the first time ever, 27th, 28th, 29th of November. And for 3 days in a row, for 1 hour, I will be guiding you step by step on how to build that magnetic confidence and to start achieving your accelerated career results. So if you are interested and want me to personally invite you to the event, hashtag masterclass. So hashtag masterclass, if and I will send you the link or to invite you for that event. Final words, ladies. Afaq, go first.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Nabila, for your support and everything. Thank you.
Absolutely. Be my guest anytime, Afat.
Okay, I'm really grateful and thankful for this opportunity. Thank you, Afaq, for being here with me, and thank you everyone who's listening. And if anyone needs anything, my LinkedIn is there. You can just tap a message, and inshallah, we can help.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you to our beautiful, beautiful listeners. Remember that innovation starts with you. Hello, Fatima Abdul Jabbar. You are amazing. So this is yeah. So thank you for joining us, everyone. Remember that innovation starts with you. You. Innovation starts from the human mind, no matter what. And these mindset hacks can empower you to take meaningful steps in your career. Thank you, Afat. Thank you, Afaq, for your time and insights. You allowed me to pick your brains to the maximum without, and until next time, keep leading with purpose, growth, and innovation. Love you all. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hold on. StreamYard is acting up in the stream.